Oh, so there you see you can print from an ATtiny-85 to a printer, and this printer, let me just disconnect it here and give you a closer look at it. It's a thermal paper inkless printer, which is fantastic. What it does is it uses a chemical on the surface. When heated, the two chemicals interact with each other and produce like a dye effect. That's the sort of thing you get on a checkout at a store. They're available online in the UK with that store on the screen, and also available via SparkFun. They're about £40, $40, €40. Mine didn't come with a roll of paper, a bit parsimonious of them, but it works straight out of the box. Let me show you the back of the connections. We've got two JST type connections in here, one for power, one for data logic, and well, I'll get to the power in a second because it's not quite straightforward. You can't connect it directly to your ATtiny pins or the UNO pins, but more of that in a second. We're only going to be using the RX pin because we're only going to send data to here. So, in an ATtiny-85 constrained environment, it's marvellous. It runs on one pin. I found you don't need a ground logic connection, so don't worry about that. So 3 wires, positive and negative for power, and RX for data. Now, a quick word on power. Yes, I have got this power connected to a pin on the UNO after saying you shouldn't do it, but it's actually connected to the V-in pin, which is a direct link to this barrel connector here. I have a 8.4 volts, and I suggest you run this thing around 9 volts, 8 volts, 7 volts, and of course the current to deliver to this thing, because when it's heating up, 1.5 amps is not untypical. So let me hook up the a data line here, the TX on the ATtiny-85 that I'll be using, which is physical pin 3 or PB4. Now let's hop over here to the code and I'll show you. This is the absolute minimum amount of code I can get away with, well, pretty close to it anyway. Using SoftwareSerial, our old friend, it handles all the timing and for serial communications. Don't use RX, we're only using TX, just stick some junk in there. Great for freeing up a pin on a pin constrained ATtiny. I'm using 19.2 kilobaud. Play around with that, I haven't decided to do anything with that. And I'm just printing out YouTube demo and then line space 10, 10, 10. Line space is 10, 3 line spaces, so it rises above the printer cover here so you can see it. And in terms of compiling this and uploading it, have I connected data? I've connected data, I've got power connected, I'm all good to go. Right, it's compiling, it should upload it. This thing compiles on a de minimis configuration to less than 2K, so it will run on ATtiny-25, but as you use more, textual data here, you're going to get into strings which consume an awful lot of stuff. It's uploading. Take a look over there. There you go, YouTube demo, ever so easy. Now I've included 2 other examples in the description as well as links to the manual spec sort of thing. All sorts of things you can do. It's marvellous. It's already got fonts built in, 2 large size and a small size. And it's got barcodes built in. It doesn't have QR codes built in, but it does have a bitmap capability. So you can take a barcode on your PC, say a PNG or a JPEG file, convert it to a bitmap, load it into this, and you can produce QR codes. But take a look at the description, take a look at the details in there, and knock yourself out with all the features that this thing is capable of. So you're good to go. Hopefully you found it useful. If you did, a little thumbs up would go a long way to making me happy. All the best. Cheers.